And doing some driving around. Me and my daughter decided to get out of the house for a little bit because, put this air back on. We decided to get out the house for a little bit because we've been stuck in the house for a minute. So we decided to finally come out, get some sun. So we're going to go to the beach. And we're going to do a little walking. Yeah, if you want to walk or something.
Play now, play down.
Okay, we're going to walk. Probably, yeah. So that's where we on our way to. So we just driving through right now. Ooh, I smell some food here. We driving through the streets right now. Why is my thing kind of fuzzy? Maybe it's the window. My bad. I need to wash these windows. I should be going to a car wash, but my favorite car wash ain't in this city. It's in Southgate. I need to go over there. But yeah, y'all. It's a beautiful day. I see the moon right here too. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. So we're just gonna go by the. I'm tired of riding behind this fucking bus. We're gonna go to the beach and probably walk around a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just realized we don't have a towel. We don't have a towel for us to sit down if we decide to like walk on the sand. So I'm a little concerned about that. Oh, Mission Muay Thai. They got a Muay Thai studio right here. Cool. It's off of Anaheim and Orange, y'all. They got a Muay Thai studio. Shit, I want to learn that shit. I remember watching this movie a long time ago called Umbach. That shit was fucking fire. It goes by a different name. I saw it when it first came out. It was like I don't know, like a bootleg or whatever, and it was called Umbach. But it might be called something else in English. But it was called Umbach when I watched it or whatever, right? That shit is a good ass fucking movie, man. I like the Muay Thai type of fighting because you're using your elbows and your knees and shit, and I think that's cool. That's a good way to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a good way to fight without damaging your hands, especially if you have smaller hands or whatever. You can use your elbows to fight. You know what I'm saying? Your elbows, your knees. I saw some really cool moves in that movie. I ain't seen that movie in a long time. I think that movie came out like in 2004, 2005. That's when I saw it. But I believe they put it out in America a few years later, and I forgot what the English name for that movie. But yeah, it's a really good movie. Yeah. Message. So yeah, we up here driving. We on the east side. I had my first apartment here on the east side actually. Anaheim and Raymond. We're on Anaheim right now. So this is Anaheim and Cherry. And yeah, I lived here way before I was a mom. I became a mom what? I got pregnant in 2010, had my baby in 2011. But this was I was living here like 2007, 2008. So it's like a few years before she born. Like this street right here, Raymond, this street, you make a right, my old apartment is right there. That was my first apartment I had. It was me and a sibling that lived there. So yeah, but anyways, y'all, so I wanted to talk to y'all about this is an Honest Ops episode, and I just want to come out here and talk to you guys about these readers and these readings and stuff that you guys are seeing. Please do not allow these readers to make you to keep you in south node loops. And what I mean by that is they keep on fucking rehashing the past. They keep rehashing the past over and over again. They keep trying to they keep trying to tug at your heartstrings and keep bringing up shit that happened to you in childhood, your adolescence, shit that happened to you in the recent past, and blah 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 and all this shit or whatever. And I just think it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. How many times do we have to keep on rehashing what happened to you when you were a child? What happened to you with this and that? If these readers are claiming that they're healers, why the fuck they keep bringing up the same old shit that happened to you in your childhood recently? This and that. Like, why keep rehashing it? You know why? Because they're trying to feed off of your emotions. They're harvesting off of your energy by tugging at your heartstrings and talking about sensitive topics and things like that, because they want to get you. Because honestly, they haven't healed from it themselves, right? So it's like they haven't healed from it themselves. They haven't healed from it, even though they claim that they healers and all this kind of thing. They haven't. Excuse me. They haven't healed from shit. They haven't healed from a lot of the things that they speak about. So they constantly bring it up. You could tell when a reader's stuck in a loop, because they keep coming out with the same readings, the same stuff over and over again. They keep talking about how everybody looked down on you in your past, how when you were a child this happened to you, when you were a teenager this happened to you, last year this happened to you. Like, stop allowing them to put you in a time machine back into the past. Thank you. There we go. 444 message. There you go. 444, right? It was in the phone number. So stop allowing them to make you live in the fucking past again. Is what I'm trying to say, because that's what I'm seeing. Like, I'm tired of the same old shit. Because if you're really truly doing the work, you're not going to have that much of an issue. Even when it comes to spiritual warfare, you're not going to have that much of an issue, if not at all, if you are doing what you're supposed to do, if you're actually fucking healing. But the thing is, they're not actually healing. Okay, they want to appear that they are, because these motherfuckers is all aesthetic and no fucking substance underneath. And the only substance that they caught themselves having is bringing up the past over and over again. Past heartbreak, past hurt. Oh, this person never loved you. Oh, this is that. Okay, we get it already. We get it. We had a crappy ass fucking childhood. Your mama didn't like you. Your daddy wanted to whip your ass. Your grandma didn't want to watch you. Like, we get it. We all went through our little stuff. Oh, I know he's looking for his little brother. We all have our little shit. We all have that. But why do you continue to live in the past? And you shouldn't be you don't have no business really giving anybody any fucking spiritual messages when you're not even following the messages yourself. You're up here telling the crowd, oh yeah, you're a healer, you do this, you do. Okay, if you're a healer, then you need to heal yourself first before you catching yourself calling yourself a healer, trying to heal somebody. The first person you need to heal is the person in the mirror. That's the first motherfucker you need to heal. So, I get annoyed because I'm light years away from this energy. I don't feel like rehashing my past. My past, just like everybody else, was painful. Nobody left their childhood unscathed. It is what it is. Boo fucking who. But at some point, you gotta live through the shit. You have to get over it. I hate to say it like that, because you can't tell people how and when to get over it, and you can't. But how long are you going to stay in that frequency? How long are you going to keep on rehashing and thinking back on how everybody looked down on you, how everybody didn't help you, how this and that? I'm over the past. But what I'm seeing now is people are trying to pull you back into the past. And this is these fucking readers. They're trying to pull you back into the past because that's where they reside. They pull you in the past because that's where they reside. So stop watching them. If you've been watching a reader for, let's say, 3 months, let's say you're watching a reader, you tune into them, let's say you tune into them a couple of times a week or daily, whatever, you always watch every upload, you'll be able to see that they talk about the same shit over and over and over again. There is no progression, no introspection, no none of that. No actually, like, putting the situation to bed. They keep bringing it up just because that's how they feel. So not only, and I've been telling you this all the time, them reading their own energy, I want to be redundant here, So think about that. Keep that in mind when I say this. When I say this, that they read their own energy, right? Keep in mind that their mind is stuck in the past. Their mind is stuck on who mistreat them, who did this, who did that. They haven't truly healed, and they spiritually bypass everything. All the work that they should be doing for themselves and only themselves first, they spiritually bypass it because they figure, oh, if I maybe fame will cure me. Maybe if I get internet fame, social media fame, it'll cure me. It'll make me feel better about myself. It'll make me no. It doesn't. You could see it even with the people that got a large platform. They still going through shit. They still going through karmic loops. They still stuck in the past. They're constantly rehashing. They can't leave it. They can't escape it. They can't escape the past. That's where they want to be, and they want you to be there with them. Like how the Misery Love Company, it's the same thing when it comes to South Node. They love company too. All right? So I just wanted to tell you guys that because, I've been seeing that. I'm just kind of like, shouldn't we be past this? Like, excuse me, like, aren't y'all bitches tired? Like, ain't y'all tired of listening to that shit over and over again? Who cares? Like, at this point, who cares? If you still going through shit with motherfuckers, then clearly you like it. You like it. It makes you feel important. It gives you a reason for you to be a victim, so you stay in it. It's okay. Just admit that. You know what I'm saying? Some people do like being victims, though. And, if they want to be a victim, then be a victim. You know what I'm saying? Now, where I'm a park, I mean, I could have went through some of these spots here. Okay, I can park right here. This is good. Excelente. Excelente. I just want to back up a little bit, but I'm going to wait because I want to get in the curb a little bit closer. Get a little closer, baby. But it's just like, damn, ain't y'all fucking tired? Because I know I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of hearing the same old shit over and over again. Obviously, you're still going through it because you like it. That's how I'm looking at it. If you truly doing the work and you truly healing, you're not gonna be talking about the past anymore. I had my time. I don't talk about the past anymore, unless I'm trying to like bring up a point or reference towards something. But I'm not mad at anyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at anyone. I don't have any active beef. I have family drama just like everybody else. But I don't hate nobody though. I'm not interested in reconciling. I'm not interested in salvaging anything. But at the same time, I'm not angry at you. If something bad was happening, it's like, oh, okay, that's your business, whatever. I back out of people's life a long time ago, and I let life be their teacher. I let life and karma and the facts of life. I let that be their fucking teacher. Shit. I ain't gotta sit there and hold on to any grudges and shit like that. Like, get the fuck over that shit. If you're gonna be a fucking reader and you're gonna be giving spiritual messages, you need to be listening to your own fucking spiritual messages. That's all I'm saying. You gotta listen to your own spiritual messages. Because I'm tired of hearing about that shit. Ain't y'all tired? I'm tired of hearing about, oh, this person doing this, doing that, and like, how many times do I keep hearing about that shit? Nobody care. Like this cut. Honestly, dude, like, I just get so tired. You know, yeah, I'm just like tripping off that shit because it's just like, man, I'm tired of hearing that shit. For real, I'm tired of hearing it because I'm not there. And I know a lot of you guys, I know you guys are not there either. I know you guys are like, this doesn't resonate with me. You're going to find out that you're not going to resonate with a lot of readings that are out. You're going to immediately listen to one of these readers and you're going to be like, bitch, you talking about yourself. You still ain't over that shit? You got bitches on here talking about their mama every 5 minutes. Karmic mama this and karmic mama that and karmic friends this and karmic friend that. Maybe you're the karmic mom. Maybe you're the karmic child. Maybe you're the karmic friend. Because you ain't got over nothing. You're not even like, you're calling yourself a healer. You're calling yourself this and that. You guys have all these fucking titles and shit. All these monikers and stage names and shit. But you're not living by it. Because you still living in the past. Like, you still worried about how people think about you. You could tell the stuff that they say. They're worried about their haters. They're always doing a reading on their haters. Yeah, the hater. Let's see what the haters are up to. The haters. Okay. Why do you care? You moving on with your life. You doing what you got to do. Why are you still worried about what people think about you? These people, these readers, they bring up your childhood. They bring up stuff that they know is going to trigger you, that's going to appeal to your emotions. And mind you, this is stuff that they haven't got over. These are instances that they haven't gotten over. So they just keep talking about it. They just keep bringing it up. Like, write a letter to yourself about everything that you've been feeling since you was a child. Read it out loud. Get a good cry on, girl. And burn that shit and shut the fuck up. Like, please. Because I'm tired of fucking hearing about karmic mama this, and when you was a child they did this, and when you was a, who gives a fuck? When I was a child I got treated like shit too. So okay, you think I'm gonna sit here and talk about it every time? No. Those are things that you should be doing yourself. A lot of these readers be coming out with this type of content, right? This is stuff that they should only be, it should be private for just themselves. Because I can tell a lot of y'all don't listen to yourselves. You don't listen to yourselves. You listen to copy, but you don't listen to yourself to learn or to see how you really sound. Because y'all bitches be sounding stupid as hell. Y'all sound stupid. And you contradict yourself a lot too. A lot of them contradict themselves a lot. First, the first thing they say about you if you have a small platform, oh, you ain't got views, you ain't got this, you ain't got this much subscribers, this and that. And then when you come and you be your authentic self and you show, hey, I don't need all that, then here they come. Oh, it's not about the numbers. It's not about the numbers. Okay, so is it about the numbers? Is it, or is it not? Like, pick one, bitch. Is it about the numbers? Because clearly for you, in your mind, in your fake ass, in the fake ass digital world that you think you rule, which don't mean shit. When you click that red X on the side of the screen, that shit don't mean a fucking thing. But you think that numbers mean something in your little pea brain. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn number. But at the same time though, don't play with my numbers. You know what I'm saying? But we already know how YouTube go. We know how the team go. So it's all whatever. It's all good. But like I'm saying, you're gonna find yourself not really resonating with what a lot of the readers are saying because you're not there. They're in South Node. You're in North Node. It's just as simple as that. They're living in the past. You are living in the present. That's basically what it is. You're living in the present, in the now, in the moment. They are still in the past. Because if you can tell, because they keep talking about the same shit. This go for readers and spiritualists. Some of these ones in the community. They come around every couple of minutes just to get attention, from people, but they're not saying shit. Or they come on talking the same shit over and over. They say the same stuff over and over. It's like their crowd, their audience should already have gotten their fill already. Their audience, like the people that watch their shit or whatever, like their biggest supporters, should see how repetitive they sound. And while they're projecting onto you guys and tugging at your heartstrings and making you live in the past, every time you're trying to get over hurdles, you're going to see in your personal life that you're not able to get over it because you're claiming an energy that isn't even yours. You're listening to somebody who hasn't even healed their childhood, hasn't healed or forgiven themselves or the people in their situations or whatever. They haven't healed, and you can hear it. You can hear the resentment, you can hear the grudges, you can hear this and that. And I get it. We've all been there. But my thing is, how long are you going to stay there? How long are you going to stay there? Because it don't make no sense. A lot of these readings do not apply to a lot of us because we're in a totally different paradigm. We are in a totally different timeline. We're not looking at the past. I don't give a fuck about the past. I feel like I'm on such a new timeline that I can't even make myself think about certain things in the past anymore. I can't make myself think about it. And it's just like it's so far removed from me. It feels like I'm when I talk about the past, I feel like I'm talking about another person, or I feel like I'm talking about a movie I just watched, or I'm so. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm so removed from everything that has traumatized me in the past. I'm so removed, at least for the most part, right? I'm so removed from it that it doesn't make me wet to hear about the karmic is doing this and the karmic is doing that and the karmic is suffering through this and let's see what the karma is going to be for the karmic. And like I done grew past that. I had my fun with it. I had my fill, and I said, you know what, I don't want to be in this frequency. I don't want to be sitting here thinking about, yeah, they gonna get theirs every day, yeah, they gonna get theirs, or every time something good happened to me, yeah, I wonder how they feel about me now because yeah, I made it now, yeah, they used to look down on me, I wonder how they feel about me now. Baby, you're not healed yet. If the first thing when good things are happening to you, you just practice gratitude and that's it. Like, man, I came a long motherfucking way. You ain't gotta get specific, nigga. You ain't gotta get detailed. You ain't gotta get graphic. Just be like, man, shit. I'm grateful that I made it, man. I've been through a lot. I'm grateful that I made it. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. But these motherfuckers in their mind, an unhealed motherfucker gonna be like, yeah, I just got this. This just came through for me. Yeah, I wonder what them hating ass bitches gonna think of me now. Yeah, hey, look at me now. Yeah, let me read on what they gonna do. Yeah, let me read on what they got going on. See, yeah, I'm doing better than you now. And it's like you're not. That's not coming from a healed place. That's coming from you still butthurt about the past. You still butthurt about what they did, and you haven't processed it. You didn't allow yourself to process it. You wanted to chase fame. You wanted to chase social media clout, thinking that it was going to heal your wounds. It hasn't. It hasn't healed your wounds. Okay, and then the shit that y'all do in order to stay up there in the hierarchy of these platforms, the shit that y'all do, plagiarism, cyber stalking, gang stalking, uh, technological intrusive devices and shit like that to try to steal messages from people and all sorts of stuff. This is you know what I'm saying? You're doing all of that, but you're not even working on healing your past. But you guys have the same fucking readings. You go to a reader, you look at their titles from 5 years ago, same shit. 3 years ago, same shit. You shouldn't be reading on the same stuff over and over again. I understand sometimes it does happen, but to me, it's because of the people that each content creator attracts. Okay, there are some readers that attract some smoked out, burnt out, delusional ass fucking victims. Baby witches, baby spiritualists type people that are very new, very fresh to the spiritual community, and they follow all the bells and whistles, and they don't even realize that a lot of the shit they follow is a bunch of spooky, new age, fluffy bullshit. Just a bunch of fucking spiritual word salads being strung together just to make you feel good for the moment. But feeling good isn't going to really fucking help you in the long run. It's cool for a little bit, catch a vibe. I do it all the time, but it's like how you can really catch a vibe is when you really actually heal and let go of the past. Please let go of the fucking past. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of readers talking about it. It's annoying. It's so annoying. It's like, damn, you still going through that? Bitches still talk about man problems. Bitches still talk about karmic mothers this, karmic mothers that. Like, childhood trauma this, childhood trauma that. And you don't realize these people are feeding and feasting, like literally feasting off of your energy. They bring your vibration they go, it's like up and down. First they tell you how special you are, you're protected. Then they tell you you're being attacked. Then they say, oh, you're healing and you got the most powerful ancestors in the world and blah, 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 blah. Nobody can touch you, blah, 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 blah. And then you tell them that they're being attacked. Then you tell them about some shit that happened to them when they were 6 years old. Now their foundation is crumbling. Now their vibration is low, and you're trying to pick it back up again. Like you're fucking with people. You know what you're doing with the collective? You're playing with their dick. That's what you're doing. You're playing with the collective's dick. That's all you're doing. You're just tickling their balls. This is what the readers are doing. They just this is the collective's balls. You just tickling them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, if you really did the work, you're gonna be looking at those readings and you're gonna be looking at those titles like you're gonna be you're gonna be clicking not interested, do not recommend. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna it's gonna go through one after the other because you can't relate to it you can't relate to it no more. It doesn't resonate with you anymore because you're not there. You're living in the present. You're not living in the past. You're living in the present. Okay. Now, sometimes some people could be very worrisome of the future because there's a flip side to it, right? They could be worrisome about the future, worried about the future. That could come up. That's okay. It's okay. But my thing is, what happened in the past happened in the past. I went through shit too. I had a karmic mother, karmic sisters, karmic female relatives, karmic. I had it all. I had it all, baby, all. And look where I'm at now. I don't talk about them. Now there was a point where I came on and I started expressing myself in 2023. I started expressing everything that was bothering me through my videos, just check out my story times. You'll see the progression. I had my moments where I came on here talking big shit, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like doing my little story times, living in that moment. But I always told you guys that before I tell the story, I don't have no active beef with anybody in the story or whatever like that. Even though I know their nature, I would never want to fuck with them, blah 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 blah. Even though I know all of that, I'm sharing a story time so I can show you, so I can, show you guys and relate to y'all that I'm just like y'all. I'm no different than anybody else that's watching me. I'm no different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that shit was tripping me the fuck out. Like, I'm tired of looking at all these stupid ass titles. They did this, they saying this, and there's other stuff. It's like these titles. They not only they tug at your heartstrings and try to make you think about sad things that happen to you, all this stuff. It's like, I don't want to heal, so I'm going to keep bringing this up to victimize myself because I really don't want to do the work, and I just need a crowd that's going to help me. And believe me, that draws in a lot of people because a lot of people don't really want to heal. They just want to hear about how fucking great they are, how special they are, how unique they are, how cosmic they are, how galactical and powerful and that they are. And the whole time, deep down inside, they're a weak ass bitch. They're a weak ass bitch. They're so fucking weak that they can't even rectify the fucking past. They can't even do it. They can't even work through it in private. They're so busy thinking that being famous on social media is going to help. And it's not going to help. It's going to make it even worse because people are going to clock you, such as me. People are going to clock you and be like, you're not who you say that you are. You're not even practicing what you fucking preach. Everything that come out your mouth is just something that came out of a fucking Hallmark card or some type of Gaia documentary or some other bitch that you're stalking and copying. Just random shit. Everybody's just throwing random shit together and trying to compete with each other. That's why I'm glad Neptune is in Aries now. I'm glad because we need passion to come back in the game. Check out my previous two readings, my most latest ones. We need passion and true creativity, true artistry to come back in the game all across the board, not just in the spiritual community, but in the secular community. We need that. We need, you know, real people, real stuff. We're tired of the just all aesthetic, no substance. We're tired of that. Anybody can do an aesthetic. Anybody could do that. Aesthetic doesn't require much thought or anything. But who are these content creators behind the aesthetic? Who are they? Wounded children. They're wounded children. Because that's all they talk about in their readings is how they were wounded as a child, and they try to make you feel bad about it. No, I'm cool. I had my time, and I'm cool. I'm cool off that. You know what I'm saying? So stop letting these people make you live in the past through their stupid ass fucking messages. What they should be doing, because since they're reading their energy all the fucking time, they should be reading their own energy and just telling everybody, hey, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a reading on myself. If you could relate to what I'm saying, if you've been through what I'm saying, you can stick around, whatever. You know, I'd much rather you do it like that. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I think what it is that these people, these individuals, I feel like they have a fetish for spiritual warfare. Okay, they have a fetish for spiritual warfare. It's almost like spiritual warfare makes them feel important. Okay, some of them have a fetish for spiritual warfare because they will purposely start shit with people just so they can get attacked, so that they can come on the camera and say, "Oh, I've been attacked. That's why I've been attacked because I'm so special. I'm a chosen one. That's why I'm being attacked. This, and that." They get a hard on when it comes to spiritual warfare. It makes them feel important. It makes them feel like they have a purpose, and it's really weird. I thought you was a healer or whatever the fuck you claim that you is. I don't think that's what healers do. I thought healers heal. Healers don't rehash anything. They don't constantly bring up childhood trauma every 5 minutes. It's obvious we all had it. We all have some type of childhood trauma that we are healing from. But shout out to the people that actually are doing it, because these people, they're reading their own energy and they're not. You could tell that they haven't healed from shit. They're still defensive about the past. They're still hurt. They're trying to pump themselves up. This is spiritual narcissism, altruistic narcissism, communal narcissism. Instead of looking within themselves, they want to correct everybody else. Instead of looking within themselves, they want to copy off of everybody else, compare themselves to everybody else, worried about what other motherfuckers are doing instead of worrying about their fucking self. When it comes time for them to worry about themselves, or they got all these fucking excuses. I'm just tired of that. I'm tired of it. Y'all should be tired of it too. Seeing these titles, they're so stupid. These salacious ass fucking titles. It's like I could look at the title and be like, "Bitch, you are so stupid. You're so fucking dumb. You like mess, bitch. So stop fucking complaining about it and acting like the karmic is this and the karmic is that. You are the karmic. You're a karmic too, and you love karmic shit. You're always in karmic situations because you're the one that's a karmic. Everybody knows that you're a karmic except for your ass." And that's fine. We all were a karmic at one point. But what I'm trying to say is that you could tell when a motherfucker ain't really did much to really heal, because they still have resentment in their voice. They're still bringing up stuff from the past in every reading. And they're sitting up here trying to wag their finger and tell you what you should be doing, when that's what they asses should be doing. They need to make those videos, since they're reading their own energy, they need to be preaching to the mirror instead of preaching to everybody else. That's what they need to be doing. If they actually watch their own fucking videos, they will understand how fucking dumb they sound. They sound stupid. Real fucking stupid. Okay? They sound unhealed. They sound weak as fuck. Like, you're weak. You didn't really, like, write down, like I said, write down everything that you've been feeling since you was a child, and they did this, they did that, and Jimmy stole my pencil in third grade, and blah say blah. Write that shit down, read it out loud, burn it, and throw it. Just let the ashes just, and stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. Okay? It's okay to feel how you feel about certain situations. It's okay for you to not forgive, blah 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 blah. My thing is, how long are you going to keep rehashing the past over and over? You're keeping yourself in a South Node loop, in a karmic loop, going round and round and round. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to attract the same type of people. You're going to attract your past into your present, and it just never ends. And see, that's what these readers are counting on. They're counting on you to stay in the past with them, to stay in Never Land with them, and never fucking grow up. That's what it is. They're like a Pied Piper for dumbasses. You know what I'm saying? Pied Piper for dum dums. Come be a victim with me. Come live in the past with me and be a hurt, weak ass bitch like me. And every majority of people are gonna go. You know what I'm saying? A majority of people are gonna go in that direction. They may claim that they want help, they want guidance, this and that. When you show these people and try to tell them the truth about what's going on in their lives, what do? What do? They push back, and they go to a reader that will feed their ego. They'll go to a spiritualist that will baby them and use them for their money, just to give them what they want when they know that's not what they need. And then when bad shit happens to them, they got to fork out some more money in order for them to fix it. These people are trying to keep you. They're trying to keep you bound to the past along with them. As soon as you hit strides in your spiritual journey, your healing journey, Here they come with their antithesis. Here they come with their readings. Oh well, it's no use anyway. They still gonna attack you, and the dark entity is gonna do this, and the karmics is gonna do that, and you know they're trying to discourage you. They're trying to say, hey, it doesn't matter because they don't want to do the work. They seen that you doing it, and you actually making strides. So they're gonna try to downplay what you doing. Oh well, it doesn't matter. They're still gonna do it anyway, and you know they're still hating on you. So what? Okay, and so what? Not everybody is weak like you. I mean, come on. Not everybody is stuck living the past like you. You have to get out of that place. You can't claim that you're a healer and you're so spiritual and you're so this and that, you're so divine. If you have not even gotten over certain shit already. You know what I'm saying? I had issues with my family. I had a karmic mom, this and that. Do I hate her? No. I want the best for everybody, even if they don't want the best for me and they don't like me. Well, but I'm protected from them. They can't touch me. They can't do shit to me. They don't even come at me the way how they used to come at me, because it's a different shit. I'm on a different timeline. You know what I'm saying? My past do not exist. So a motherfucker from my past can never come back and be like trying to tug at my heartstrings and try to pull me back. That's the old timeline version of me. Who you knew me back in that timeline, that's not what you're looking at before you right now. So there's no way you're gonna pull me back in with no feelings and none of that fucking bullshit. Because there is no feelings. There is no feelings. It's gratitude that I'm not in that space anymore. But there is no feelings. Okay. Now, for instance, all right. Um, quick little story time. For instance, right. I recently, I barely be on my on most of my socials. Okay, so don't expect for me to always be on there all the time. I do check my messages, but I don't post like that. I post in my stories and shit like that. And I'm talking about somebody in my personal life, like family members. Okay, um, so y'all know what's been going on with me. I've been telling y'all about, like, you know, little weird stuff that be going on online, like weird voyeurism type shit or whatever, cyber stalking type shit. And so, as far as like Snapchat, I hardly be on Snapchat, but I do use their camera, like the Snapchat camera. I love their camera. I love their filters. I like the avatar and their fonts and all that stuff like that. So I record stuff on my Snapchat and I save the videos and I make videos out of them, right? So I keep my Snapchat for that. So I'm I'm barely on my Snapchat. Now here's the thing: you can tell when somebody is like cyber hoovering you, and you know they about to ask you for shit. You know this is like somebody that you know. This could be like a homie, family friend, whatever, family member, whatever. You could tell that they about to inbox you because they start liking your shit, right? They start liking your shit. They start watching your shit, whatever, and they scoping you out because they figure, oh well, they must be doing good. You know, they appear to be doing good, or whatever the case is. And I'm not a person that shows off my lifestyle on social media. None of that. The most you'll see me is me driving, you know, me having a cup of, I don't know, me probably going through a drive. I don't know, something like that. Like, you'll just see like basic stuff. You don't see me like posting with wads of cash and this and that. So you have to guess, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody business for real, but whatever. So anyway, you could tell when somebody about to inbox you and try to, you know, heat seek you or ask you for favors and shit, because they start watching your stories, they start liking your posts, and you ain't heard from them. You don't even talk to them like that, or whatever the case is, and then they'll start like inboxing shit. So this what happened, and I didn't even realize it because I don't even, like I said, I don't be on my Snapchat like that. I make my videos and I go about my business. I hardly look at anybody's snap. I make my own snaps and I save them. Some of the time I don't even post the snaps. I save them. I make the video and I save it to my phone, and I make videos and I post it elsewhere. That's what I do with my Snapchat. I just use them for their camera. You know what I'm saying? So I checked my inbox the other day, and we know what was so funny. I There was this guy that I was watching, this African dude. I think his name is African Science, African Science, African Science Spirituality or something like that. So I was watching one of his videos, and the video he was it was titled something about like how you could tell when a friend from the past wants to sabotage you or something like that. It was something of that title. I forgot what it's titled. Hold on. It was something like, and he was basically talking about lending money, like not to lend money to people. There's always people that are always going through shit. They're always going through a crisis all the time. Not to lend your money, because if you lend your money to them, if you lend your money to them, you'll not see them again. You'll not get your money. This and that. And this was before I saw her message. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you the guy's name. Hold on. Let me see. So y'all can watch it. It's a really good video, and it's so weird because just when I watched the video and I was like, yes, you're right, and I commented on his video and I was like, yes, yeah, you're right. And then just like maybe the next day, I went to my Snapchat and I saw that she left a message a couple of days ago, and it was like, oh yeah, I need, da 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 da. Hold on. Oh, let's see here. Afro. It's Afro scientific spirituality. That's who the guy is. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the one that he talking about here. I might just reference it in my thing. Hold on. This might have been a live stream, but this is his channel right here, Afro Scientific Spirituality. So then he talk about, okay, here it goes. So his video, he said how to identify fake old friends that want to steal your money or destroy your life. So this is the video right here. So like I said, I had watched the video and I was like, yeah, that's true, and woo, woo, like, and when I looked at my Snapchat, I see that this female relative was asking me for money, asking for me to lend money and stuff like that. And I was just like, and I'm like, that's right, that's crazy. Right after I watched this guy video, so it's almost like it was a test. Like the universe was testing me. Like, let's see if you will continue to stick your neck out for people that don't do the same for you. Let's see if you really learn, because you took your time to get away from everybody to the point where everybody's hoovering you, cyber stalking you, or whatever. So you're going to be tested by people that seem like they're neutral, but they're not. You're going to get tested, right? So that's what it was. So my thing was this, right? I didn't have it to give to anyone. I gotta look out for myself first. In honor of Aries season, I like to embody the attributes and learn from each zodiac sign during their season, in order to honor them for their season. So we're in Aries season, and Aries, they're like, I gotta get mines before you get yours, and ain't nothing fucking wrong with that. Remember, they the baby of the zodiac, the boss baby of the zodiac. So it's like, I gotta get mines first. My needs need to be taken care of first. Then I may look out for you. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. I've always, me being a Virgo, I always have been like the opposite. I always stuck my neck out for people and helped people, gave people my last, this and that, woo, woo, right? And when it came time for people to pay me back, they would, you know how niggas are, they will stage a whole, like, they'll stage like a whole argument just so they don't have to pay you back. As soon as they stage like this argument, they know how your temperament is. They know how you get down. Oh, get the fuck away from me! Don't call me. Don't talk to me. Okay, cool, good, because I ain't trying to pay your ass back anyway. That's why I staged the argument like that. So that should be happening. So let me tell you why I didn't do anything and why I won't. Okay, this female relative, right? Now, again, I don't have anything against anybody, but here's my thing. I forgive, but I don't forget. And like I said, to honor myself in every season is for me to be selfish, for me to put myself first, to put my needs first, and that's what I did. You know, I told the individual, when they leave me an inbox, I'm like, oh, okay, I knew that was coming, because this person was watching my stories on IG. I'm telling you, these people will heat seek you. They watching my stories on IG. I'm like, then they watching my snaps. I'm like, okay, I already know they about to ask me for something. And it was interesting because the guy video came. This video is like 6 days old, and I watched the guy video, and just a day later I seen it. So I'm like, this is a test, yo. So it's like, okay, we're gonna test you. We're gonna see if you're going to be everybody's Captain Save a Hole like you've been all this time. Like, no, we're not. You're not gonna do that. Now, I've done what my spirits want me to do, which was to stay away from people, and I've done that, and I've stayed away from people. I called my energy back. I did all this stuff, and I've seen what it did. I've seen how people go that far to watch me, and this and that. I have certain relatives all of a sudden loving all my story. I'm like, girl, since when? I could have never mind. But like I said, that's the past is the past, right? Right. So there it goes. Past is the past. But that's it's like a weird feeling when you look at people's names while they watching your stories. Don't you get like a weird feeling? Like I get like a little, depending on who it is. I'd be like, okay. So anyway, I told the individual, I'm like, I had an unexpected expense, so you know what I'm saying? I can't, I didn't go, I'm not going to tell y'all my specifics, but I had an unexpected expense. I had to hurry up and fix my, basically fix my car, my radiator or whatever, get that replaced. Did that. Boom. I'm good, right? But I'm not going to be shoveling money away because there are relatives that I gave money to, they still didn't pay me back. They owe me like maybe 200 and something dollars. They still ain't fucking pay me back. Always in a crisis. These are the same type of motherfuckers that'll look down on me because I don't wear this, I don't wear that. Basically, because I don't live beyond my means like they do. These are the type of people that want to, nigga shit. Niggas like to live beyond their means. Gucci this, Prada that. I drive a 2020 something car, but you ain't got no motherfucking gas in the tank. Always in a fucking crisis, always broke if they not scamming nobody or borrowing money from somebody. Like, it's always some shit. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm a more responsible person, oh, I could ask Cassie for help because I know she got it. She more responsible. She be about her business. I can ask her because, I ain't about my business. I spend my money on a bunch of dumb shit with a bunch of motherfuckers that don't like me, you know, this and that. Like, I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses type shit. And when you can't keep up with the Joneses, you come and you ask me. But these be the same people that will talk down on you or think, I don't know, think like you're beneath them or something like that. How people think about me is none of my fucking business, but I'm cognizant. I'm clear cognizant. I know how they feel and I don't give a fuck. My thing is, if you so this and that, if you know so much, bitch, do so much. That's how I feel about it. But so anyway, I was just like, yeah, I ain't even got it, man. Yeah, you gotta play broke with people, stuff, something or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I gotta look out for myself. In honor of every season, it is what it is. I'm gonna look out for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna look out for myself, and that's just what it is. And yeah, happy Aries season to all my Aries, because I was raised by an Aries, so I know it's like, and I totally get it. I got to get mine first before you get yours. There's no way I'm gonna stick my neck out for you if you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? That type shit. Let's see what Aries placement. I don't really have too much Aries in my chart. I have an Aries in the fourth house. I have Aries in the fourth house. So when it comes to, and that's a water house, Cancer, maternal lineage, ancestors. That's that house. I have Aries in the fourth house. That's the only Aries placement I have in my chart, and that's a great placement to have too, or whatever like that. And so anyways, I was like, yeah, I gave her like a solution, like you could ask my dad or whatever. My dad will look out because she hardly asked my dad for anything or anything like that. My dad, he doesn't have no problem letting out stuff or whatever. But I did give my dad a heads up, like, is it cool or whatever like that. Because she don't ask him often and stuff like that. Maybe he can help her. But I'm not here to. My thing is I'm not gonna be Captain Save a Hole for nobody. And let me give you a story time of why I approached the situation the way I did. In 2023, 2 years ago, right? And like I said, I don't have no issue with this person, but I'm gonna show you why I prefer to move the way that I move right now. And yeah, okay. So in 2023, I want to run up my gas and my battery. Okay, so in 2023, okay. Now, mind you, um, I was okay. There was okay. I had to pick them up from the station. They were coming from out of state, and their mother would pick them up from the airport. This airport is in Ontario. Mind you, this person has three siblings, three grown siblings that could have easily went to go pick up their sister, but none of them did it or wanted to do it or couldn't do it, whatever the fuck. They didn't do it. So who they call me, right? So then I go and I pick them up, whatever. And just a year previously, just a year prior, I was out in Indianapolis where they were staying at that time. So, whatever. So I go and I pick them up from the station, whatever, bring them back, and they were gonna stay in LA for a little bit, or whatever. So they were staying, with their mom or whatever in the apartment, whatever. Whoa. So I would go at the time. This was 2023. So at the time, I was still kind of like I cut everybody off like July of 2023, but this was a little bit prior to July, just a few months before July. And so I went to their house, right? Let me show you what happened. So I went to I went to their house, the relative house, and she made this comment, and I never forgot it. And when I read her Snapchat, I was like, well, type shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, she made this comment. You know how people they assume that they know your lifestyle. They assume that they know your lifestyle. They assume that they know your life, your not your life. They assume they know your standard of living and your lifestyle. They assume that they know how you make money and this and that. People like to make assumptions about people, right? You don't know what the fuck I got going on because I don't tell you bitches shit. I don't tell y'all bitches nothing. You don't know what I got going on. I could have a night job. I could have a temp job. I could have a part-time job. You don't know what the fuck I have. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're sitting here talking about making assumptions about what I have, what I don't have, then why the fuck are you asking me for anything? Why are you asking me for favors? Okay. Um, but she made this comment. It was like, I don't remember what she said. It was something like, something to the effect of like, and it's crazy because she was trying to do it to kind of tag team me low key with her and her mom, like try to um make a assumption or a reference at my expense, but she was just kind of like um assuming that I wasn't working when the whole time I was working. I do gig work. I'm an independent contractor, so I do. I work with several different apps. Medical courier, delivery driving, psychic apps. I do temp jobs. I do all kinds of like odd job side gigs, all kinds of stuff that fits my work and life balance. Okay, since I had child care at the time and all this other stuff, I don't want to leave my child with nobody. Woo, woo, you know what I'm saying? So I have to make money. When me and my daughter is my coworker, we have to make money together. So I have a certain way of how I do things. So this girl gonna make a comment, was like, yeah, something, uh, um, something you're saying, she's saying something like I wasn't working. I'm sorry guys, I don't remember verbatim what she said, but it was something in reference towards, I guess, her assuming that I don't work or whatever like that, right? So what, if that was the case? She don't even know at the time I was doing several different stuff, and I still do it to this day or whatever, right? So, and it's just like, bitch, are you working? Like, but anyway, so when she said it, and she looked at her mom kind of like asked for confirmation, like she wanted her mom to like co-sign what she was saying. So I just looked at her and I was just like, okay. I said, you don't know what I have going on, girl. But anyway, I just kept talking to her mom or whatever. And I never forgot that day. I never forgot that day. Um, because I was just like, she was assuming that I wasn't working, that I don't work or something like that, or whatever the case is. And as much as she would talk to me when we would have our private conversations, she would talk to me about how her mama treat her, how her sisters treat her, how this and that treat her, this and that. And you gonna sit here and try to talk down on me in front of your mom, the same person that you were crying to me about that she was treating you like this and treating you like that, and she allowed this to happen to you and that to happen to you, and blah blah blah, all this stuff, right? And I was there for you emotionally in the conversations that we had. So why would you try to tag team me with her? Like, why would you try to make an assumption about my lifestyle and thinking that it's funny or something, and then trying to let your mom in on it so she could say something? But when I looked at her mom didn't say nothing. She just looked. Yeah, because she was asking me for money too. She liked to ask me for money, favors, and stuff too. That's why I'm glad I don't deal with those people no more, because they would have been calling my phone off the hook. I need this. I need that. Well, that's why I didn't get my blessing. That's why I didn't get my blessing until I got rid of all of them, because there was no way spirit and my ancestors was going to clear that for me, cut the check for me. They weren't going to cut that check until I got these people out, because they knew how they were. And they knew that I was the type of person, I always jump up and help everybody when the people close to them don't want to fucking help them. But then they give me their ass to kiss. So I had to learn too, just like everybody else does. I had to learn no is a complete sentence. I had to learn to look out for myself first and not let nobody guilt trip me about shit, you know? So when she made that comment, you guys, I was just like, I was just looking at her like, and then she was saying it, and then she was like, there, yeah, something, she got no work, something like that. She looking at her mom, and I'm looking at the mom like this, her mom like, and I said, I was like, you don't know what I have going on. You don't know what I got. I don't tell you shit. And on top of that, I don't even talk to you like that. Like, I talk to you every now and then. We'll have our little deep talks, but bitch, you don't know me. You don't know me. You only know what the fuck I tell you, and I really don't give a fuck about what I tell people. So if you throw it in my face, oh well, I don't care. I'm gonna tell you the shit I don't give a fuck about. You know, um, put this window down. I'm getting hot up in here. Don't worry, Carly, you gonna go out and walk. But yeah, and I was just like, you gonna try to like have this little moment at my expense with your mom. I guess you trying to have some type of camaraderie at my expense with you know your mom or whatever, and you sitting here. I guess I don't know what it was. It was just kind of like, it's, you know what, people will come to me when they get treated like shit by everybody in the family. They'll come to me because they know that I'm the level-headed one, I'm the mature one, I'm the one that rides for everybody, blah blah blah. I'm the sensible one, blah blah blah. I'm the one everybody come to like I'm a shelter or something. Like I'm a it's like I'm a little shelter when they get hurt by the narcissist in the family. But as soon as they feel like they want to get back in good with the narcissist, they give me their ass to kiss type shit, okay? And that's what I felt in that moment. But I didn't say nothing. I could easily I could have easily flipped out right there and then and cussed that bitch out. I'm the one that gave you a ride from the motherfucking for the airport. Cause I'm that type of person that throw shit in people's face. But I could have done. I could have really did that shit though. I could have. I could have told her to. I could have told her, like, bitch, I'm the one that can't pick her up. Cause none of your brother and sister didn't want to fucking come pick your motherfucking ass up, bitch. I could have went the fuck off and said a bunch of shit. But I didn't say that. I just was like, I said, you don't know what I got going on, girl. But anyway, and I just moved on myself. So anyway, they kept watching my stories the next couple of days after that, and I had posted something on my stories, and I was just like, because I knew the bitch was gonna be watching, so I was like, I said, I love how I put on my stories. I was like, I was like, I love how people try to assume like they know my lifestyle, like they know how I get money, how I do shit, woo, 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 you know, whatever. And I know she saw it, and I don't give a fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, girl, I can't help you. I ain't got no money. I redirected her to somebody else that can help her. So I hope that she pays my dad back. If my dad ended up helping her, I hope that she paid my dad back, because she was up here telling me, oh, I'm gonna pay you back when I get my job, when I get paid my first. No, I can't. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I can't. You know, like I said, I had relatives that still owe me money. You know what I'm saying? One of them in particular, they used to ask me, but at least they paid me back. I helped them out when they wasn't getting help from the people that was closest to them, and they made sure they paid me my money. And I was like, thank you, I appreciate that. They would give me $100 out of nowhere, whatever. And you know, even though they lend me that they asked for a loan, they paid me back, so I didn't have no problem getting. Because if you got good credit with me, social credit, financial credit with me, then I don't have no problem looking out for you because I know that you're gonna give it. I know that you're gonna pay me back. But there were people that did not pay me back. They just didn't pay me back. We fell out, and so it's like, and that's why a lot of them were trying to hover back into my life and try to, you know, send me texts out of nowhere because they're thinking about the times I used to help them in the jam, and now I'm not in the picture for them to exploit my help. So but I just brought that up because it's crazy how I watched that video, and that video was saying how people, if you listen to the guy video, he was so correct when he was talking about how the same people that ask you for money, they're always in a crisis. They're always in a bind. There's something always going on with them, and not to lend your money out to them. And I even saw um, my favorite astrologer video, and she was saying that for Virgo to be careful about getting into an argument about money. And I said, good. I'm so glad I didn't loan any money out or anything like that. I'm not in a position where I'm helping nobody. I'm not saving nobody. I'm not helping nobody because they always give me their ass to kiss. If I stick my neck out for people, when it come their time to do the same, they don't reciprocate it with the same energy. So I learned to pull my energy back. Now, after that ordeal, I'm like, I really need to not post on social media or, hide my stories from this person, because that's why I feel like people just be trying to like get my attention or siphon off my energy just by watching my stories or something. I'm not saying everybody that watch my stories mean me any type of harm or they're all monitoring spirits. I don't think that's the case for all of them. I feel like some of them, they don't know how to connect with me. They don't know what to say. For real, for real. So, they, probably watch my stories to connect with me there, I guess. I don't think everybody that watch my stories are all, inherently bad people, right? But you know when you know. And I'm just like thinking to myself, like, damn, this is the only reason why people want your social media, so they can keep tabs on you, so they can ask you for favors, so they can watch you and monitor you to see what you're gonna say, because they feel like you're gonna say something about them. You ever see somebody, you got them on your social media, they said something rude to you, they know they did something rude or they said something, and they start watching your stories. They start watching because they know that you're going to say something, or they waiting for you to say something. They start following everybody that you're following, and when there's certain discussions in the comment section, and I've had people do this. They'll create dummy accounts just to argue with me. The moment I say something back to them, they report my page, because they want to take my page down or something, um, or they'll try to monitor and surveillance the conversations that I'm having on social media with other people, other posts. They, what I'm saying, like, they follow the people that you follow, and like, let's say there's a conversation about fake ass family. They know they will try to like watch the comment section and see what you're commenting on. That's why I take my activity off, so that people don't know that I'm online. You know, I answer my messages when I can. If I can't answer my messages, it's not anything towards anybody or whatever like that. But I'm like, I really don't care about social media like that. I just use it as a tool to make my videos, express myself, this, and that. And I'm finding that that is a challenge because I have people that's waiting for me to create so they can snatch shit up off of me. You know what I'm saying? It's the same fucking energy with people. It's the same shit over and over again. But yeah, so that's why I approach the situation the way I did, you guys, because of what that person said. As soon as they got comfortable around the person that they were complaining about abusing them, the first opportunity they had to slight me, they did. The first opportunity they had to slight me, they did. If you think, oh, if you're making assumptions about my lifestyle, I don't have this, I don't have that, then why the fuck are you asking me for money? Why are you asking me for anything? Go ask somebody else. Go ask your big shot. Go ask your big shot siblings, so called. Go ask them. Since they always got it, go ask their asses. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about. People will try to use you because they know you got a good heart, and they know that you always are Captain Save a Hole for everybody. they'll use you, but at the same time, they'll try to, downplay you or think low of you because you're not as materialistic or superficial as they are. You're not trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, do I like nice shit? Hell, motherfucking yeah, I like nice shit. But I'm not finna go broke for it. I'm not finna try to like impress motherfuckers that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into that. Now, when I get to a certain spot in my life, yeah, I might splurge, but everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got their different splurge points or whatever, right? I splurge when it comes to spirituality. When it comes to spiritual products, I splurge on that. Some people like to buy video games. Some people like to buy shoes. Some people like to buy perfumes. Some people like to buy, binge buy jewelry and shit like that. Me, I like to splurge on my spirituality. Splurge on products, books, this, that, woo, woo, woo. Like, I like to do that type shit. You know what I'm saying? Digital, downloadable things, books, things like that. So yeah, so that's pretty much why I brought that story, because I'm not I'm just tired of like sticking my neck out for people. I'm tired of being that person. So, I can always call Cassie. I know she gonna help. No, don't call Cassie. Cassie's not gonna help you. I'm not gonna help you. Don't call me. Don't ask me for shit. I am unavailable. I'm unavailable. Okay, that's just what it is. Like, don't call me. Don't ask me for shit. If anybody asks me for anything, I ain't got it. Even if I got it, I ain't got it. I ain't got it for you. I got it for me. I'm only sticking my neck out for my daughter and my father. Everybody else, yeah, they're upon your on. We ain't that motherfucking close, bitch. We're not that close. We cool, but we ain't that close. And the ones that I am cool with, I don't even want to ask them for anything anyway. And they don't ask me for anything, so that's good. So my thing is, how the fuck you gonna sit here and talk about somebody lifestyle or whatever the case is, and then turn around and ask them for money? Because you know I'm more responsible than you, right? I'm more responsible than you in this and that, right? So yeah. So anyway, when I watched that guy video, I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's exactly what ended up happening. So I got tested and I passed the test. I know I passed the test. I was just like, nah, I ain't even got it, man. Da da da. That's it. And I could tell that her response, she was saying something. Oh yeah, I appreciate you. Dot dot dot. I gave her my dad's number to communicate with him. So I hope that she pay him back. And since she don't borrow from him like that, or she don't ask him for anything like that, maybe he'll look out for her or whatever, and help her to save her from her situation. But I just don't give a flying fuck about anybody's sob stories. I don't care, especially if somebody, like, I forgive them and everything like that, but I don't have to do anything for anybody. I don't owe nobody shit. I don't have to do anything for anybody, because all my hardships I toughed it out by myself. I never asked anybody. Didn't ask my own mama. Didn't ask any of my siblings. None of that shit. I toughed it out by myself. There were a few times that I couldn't tough it out by myself. When I exhausted all of my options, I contacted my dad, and my dad was there to help me. And even my daddy know I don't like ask for help. And he'd be like, call me, call me, call me. You're supposed to call me. I you'll find out. You're supposed to call me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, Daddy, like, you know me. I don't like ask for help. You know what I'm saying? So when I asked my daddy for help, he helped me because he know I done exhausted every option of helping myself. I exhausted every option. Everywhere I turned, I exhausted every option, and it left me no choice but to ask. So he knows that. So when I do ask him for help, he like, let me, make me help me, God. Let me give my daughter some money, whatever. Because he know I don't like ask people for money. I don't like ask. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only person I'm gonna stick my neck out for. If my daddy ever needs something, which he never asked me for money, he's a man, he's a real man. He don't ever ask me for shit. But if he was to ask me for something, hell yeah, I'm going to help my fucking father. Absolutely. I will help him because he helped me. You know what I'm saying? He helped me and he never judged me. He helped me. He don't judge me. He don't talk mess about me. Now, if I was to ask a bitch in the family, if I was going to ask them, they're gonna give it, and if they do give it to me, they're gonna give it to with an attitude. They're gonna talk a little shit. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. They're gonna talk mess. They're gonna judge you. Woo, woo. But I asked my dad. I don't have any of those problems, any of those issues. But I don't give, honestly, for me, I don't care about people's sob stories. I don't hate anyone. I'm not happy that anyone's going through any type of hardships or whatever. I feel like I stepped away so life can be your teacher. Yeah, I think it cut off. Like, I can't be your rehab. I can't be your shelter. I can't be your bodyguard. I can't be your private dancer. I can't be your father figure. I can't do any of those things for you. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck no more. I don't care. I'm looking out for myself. I'm looking out for myself. I'm looking out for my daughter because she came out of this right here. She came out of this, and I'm gonna look out for my daddy because I came out of his balls, and that's about it. Everybody else, you're there upon your own. My family, I'm a person where I choose my family. I choose my family. Just because we came out of the same hoo ha, that don't make or my motherfucking sister. Just because we have the same genetic makeup, that does not make you my motherfucking family. My family is the people that love me, that love my daughter, that loves me and look out for me. That's who my family is. And baby, I don't got much family. Okay, I don't. I'm not happy if anybody going through hardship over there, but at the same time, it ain't my motherfucking problem. You forgive, you forgive, and you move on and you heal from the situation, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be the same person that you were exploiting. I'm not gonna be the same person that's going to save you from yourself. I can't do any of those things, nor do I want to. Because I've seen what happens when I did stick my neck out for people. And I didn't like it. I didn't like how it made me feel. I didn't like what they did. I didn't like how it made me feel. So I stopped. You know? I don't have no hatred towards this person. And if they were to watch this video, I don't have no beef with you. But if you are watching this video, if you happen to watch this video, I don't have no beef with you. But you know what you said to me that time. And I did not appreciate it. And I never said anything to you about it, but you knew that you were wrong. And I kept it to myself, and I kept it in my back pocket. What you said to me and how you made me feel in that moment, I kept it in my back pocket. And I remembered it. When you asked me for money the other day, I pulled out my back pocket. I said, "Oh, yeah, I remember she said that 2 years ago." And I remember at that time when she said it to me, I said, in my mind, I said, the next time that motherfucker asks me for help, I'm not help her. The next time she asks me for help, I'm not going to help her. I'm just not gonna help her. Every time she asks me, I'll be like, I'm broke. I ain't got it. I broke. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. That's what you're gonna get out of me. Because I did not appreciate that at all. Although I forgive her for what she said or whatever, I don't appreciate that at all. Considering that I was emotionally there for this person, have been financially there for that person the few times or, periodically. I have been emotionally there for that person, socially there for them, and shit like that. And I'm not saying we're close or we're bosom buddies or anything like that, but I thought we had like an understanding, and I thought they would know like that's not the thing to say to me, especially in front of somebody that you told me that was mistreating you and treating you like the black sheep and this and that. Because that's how we were vibing together. We were vibing because we were both black sheeps and we both have a similar kind of dynamics with our siblings and stuff. But because she's still in that mode where she wants to be accepted by them, and I used to be there. That's why I don't judge too much. She was in that. She's in that stage where she feels like she's obligated to her family, and she doesn't know that majority of them don't give a fuck about if she's suffering. They actually mentally masturbate to her suffering. Her own mom likes to pin her daughter and her son against her all the time for her own sick ass fucking entertainment. And I tried to tell her this shit, but she didn't want to listen. 777. She didn't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to listen. So like I said, you have to pull back and let life be their teacher. Let life show them what's really going on. And all I know is I'm not going to always be there. You know. Um, so I tried to talk sense into this individual and be like, you need to take these people, and that's what I told them in the message on Snapchat. I'm like, the reason why you're not doing good, why you always struggling all the time, is because of the people that you associate with. That's what I told him in the message. I said, I don't have it. I already had an emergency I had to take care of, so I don't have anything to give. You can contact my father. I'm going to give him a heads up and see if he can help you or whatever the case is. You have more people in the family that like you more than they like me. Don't nobody like my black ass. You're America's sweetheart, and I'm America's horror story. So, I'm pretty sure if you ask somebody for some change, they're going to look out for your ass. You know what I'm saying? So You know, I told her, I was like, the reason why you was going through the shit that you was going through is because you have all your these people, all of our relatives, your siblings, all these people on your socials, evil eyeing the fuck out of you. Okay, they're evil eyeing the fuck out of you, harvesting off of you, suffering, basically, right? Siphoning off of your energy, doing all this stuff. I told you to get them off of your socials. I've been told her that. I told her, get that bitch off your socials. Your sister, anybody that's rocking with your sister, anybody that's pro your sister, which is pretty much, you know, a lot of people on her mom's side. Um, get them motherfuckers off your socials, because I've listened to this individual say that they like to, basically, without saying evil eye, that they like to, you know, basically think very super negatively about somebody. So basically, their own sister be doing like mental magic on them, wishing bad, this and that, and then you still got this bitch on your socials watching every one of your stories. Bitch, cut that bitch off. Watch. I mean, if that bitch would have watched my, that's why she, that's why these bitches be watching me under dummy accounts. Because if I catch your name watching my story, I will inbox you, bitch. Who the fuck? What are you doing here? What are you doing? What are you doing here? What do you want? They get their asses cussed out, smooth cussed out. If they would have come to my motherfucking story, that's what I gotta hide with dummy accounts to watch my fucking story. Cause now I fucking cuss their ass. I told her to get these motherfuckers off your socials. That's why you've been suffering, because they're harvesting off of you. They're evil eyeing you on social media. Get all those people off your social media. All, even if they family, get them all off your social media. Don't post how you're feeling and all this other stuff, and you will notice a complete difference. I told her to call her energy back, and you will notice a difference. So I gave some spiritual advice. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give you no money, but I gave you my 2 cents. So I'm just saying, you know, I don't forget shit. I forgive, but I don't forget, and I let my wounds be my wisdom. That's what I did in that moment. Am I happy that she's going through anything? Oh, see, if I was unhealed, then I'd be like, yeah, bitch, that's why you going through that. Yeah, bitch, yeah, you going through this, man. You about to lose this, you about to lose that. You know, I'm not doing any of that. I'm like, that's unfortunate. Okay, it's not my problem. Cause how? I mean, I'm tired. Some people like to suffer. I'm telling you, some people like to suffer. They love to suffer, and as long as they suffer, they're always looked at as an innocent. They're always looked at as the victim. This, and that, and you get tired of that. Especially when every now and then they start to show how they really are. I'm like, oh, okay. I just keep it in my back pocket. That when she said that comment to me 2 years ago, did I cuss her? No. But in my mind, I said, if this bitch ever asks me for money, she better not ever ask me for money again. I said, if there's a time where she asks for my help, I'm not going to help her. And I said it in my mind at that same moment 2 years ago. So when this day finally come, which was a couple of days ago, I said, nah, I don't have it. And I'm never going to have it. I'm never going to have it. And her response, she was like, oh, yeah, I got the number. I gave her, you know, my father's number. Whatever. I said, okay, you know, I gave him the heads up or whatever. You could try and see what they could do, whatever. And that's it. And then she was like, she put a message and she put dot dot dot. Oh, I appreciate you dot dot dot. I'm like, okay. Like, I know you ain't expecting for me to do anything. I ain't doing shit. I'm there. I'm not looking out for nobody that ain't look out for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even about like transaction type shit. It's about how you treat me after I open up to you, or after, you know, after I helped you with something that you're asking me for. um, all I ask is for respect. You know what I'm saying? All I ask is for respect and whatever. But you know, some people, you know, they just like to use people and exploit people. That's all they know. That's all they grew up around. That's all they know. So they think it's fucking normal. So when I come around and I tell them that that's not it. That's not the move. Or whatever, they feel like I'm trying to attack them, I'm trying to judge them. I'm like, no, you just grew up with the wrong fucking philosophy. Sorry to say, I'm not trying to um, talk about who you were around, who, you know, whatever, because they, I mean, they're my relatives too, but obviously they didn't show you some things, okay? They didn't teach you some shit, okay? Can we be honest? And then I'm sorry, they didn't. And so when you come around me, because I was raised differently, I think it's a matter of like your upbringing. But sometimes people could have a very wholesome upbringing, but they still grow up to be whatever because of the external influences and their need to belong, um, to be a part of something, drives them to do things that are against everything that they grew up to be. Um, but you know, I I didn't grow up like that. You know what I'm saying? I was raised by an elderly immigrant. Her birthday will be tomorrow. She would have been 102. She would have been 102 years old. Okay. I think she died when she was 97. Oh, it's 2018, and she died when she was 97 or 98. I think she's 97. Um, and it's been about it's been about 6 years. Okay, been about 6 years. So I guess she would have been 102 or 103 years old. Wow. Yeah, her birthday's tomorrow, April 10th. um, yeah. Yeah. I was raised by an elderly immigrant who didn't care about all that stuff. So maybe if I was raised by like a younger parent, a more Americanized, younger type of parent or whatever, maybe I probably would have had a different. If I was raised with my siblings and stuff like that, or whatever, maybe it would have been. I would have been different. I would have been wired differently. But people that are raised by their grandparents, such as myself, we're a lot more mature for our age. We're more independent, especially if you're the only child. You're more independent. You're more resilient. You're more responsible. Like your your grandparents that you grew up with. 444. Your grandparents that you grew up with, they didn't have to worry about you. They didn't have to worry up at you. You were very responsible. You know how to do. You did your homework. You took care of shit at home. They didn't have to tell you too much. You were mature for your age, right? So that's how I am. I'm Aquarius moon too. Like, so that's how we are. You know what I'm saying? So we're different. Those who are raised from our grandparents, we're a lot more different than people who were just raised by their nuclear family or raised by somebody, younger or more like hip or whatever. It's a little bit more different. There's perks with it, but you don't get everything that you need. You know what I'm saying? You may have your financial needs maybe met or social needs met, but you don't have your emotional and spiritual needs met. Um, so that just goes for people that were, I mean, people that were raised by their grandma or their grandpa, their grandparents, or you spent a lot of time with your grandparents, like you were always at your grandma's house. That too, like you just wired differently. You're wired differently than other kids. You used to playing by yourself, that type of thing. You're not used to being around a whole bunch of kids your age and shit. You just move differently. I don't know how it is, but you know because I appear to be responsible. When you appear to be a responsible person, that's when people want to exploit you. People will want to take from you, siphon your energy, copy off of you, slander you, sabotage you, because they feel like, oh, you can take it. You're stronger than me. You're more responsible than me. You got it more together than me, so you'll be fine. Just let me get away with it. That's what people do. Everybody just want to get away with something. Just let me get away with it, please. Let me get away with some. We're doing something to you because you're gonna get over it anyway. You're gonna be good anyway, type shit. Like that's how they are. It's weird. Um, anyways, I'm finna get up on out of here. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Bringing it back to my original point. Stop. Don't try to live in the past. You know what I'm saying? Let your wounds of the past be your wisdom. It's a fire truck. Ambulance. Let your wounds be your wisdom. You have to open the wound back up and pick at it so it can start bleeding again. Let your wounds be your wisdom. Acknowledge that scar. Like, yeah, okay, I see it there. Okay, yeah, that taught me to be more careful. That taught me to watch where I walk. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean you keep playing with the scab, playing with the wound until it becomes fresh again and create new wounds. Don't do that. You know, you can forgive people, forgive yourself, heal from the situation, and still not give a fuck about nobody. You can still do it. You can, you know, but you don't see me like rehashing the past over and over again. You don't see me talking about that in my readings. When I'm doing a reading, I'm reading for the collective. I'm not trying to project my own misery onto other people, situations that I don't want to fix on the other people. And a lot of readers will do that. And y'all got to be careful with that. I just wanted to say that to you guys. And so, anyway, we're going to go ahead and do our little walking up here. And it's still beautiful out, still nice out. So, we're going to just do a little bit of walking. And yeah. And that's about it. So I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Gotta love you guys. Let me bye.
Bye.